What's the weirdest place you've ever taken a business call?
I mean, I take a lot of calls in the backyard usually.
With the pooper scooper?
Yeah. Yeah, there's stranger places, but would consistently, I'm scooping up and, I'm happy to tell the person I'm talking to. Usually the businesses were friends anyway, but because they can hear me winded and they're trying to
We might be related because mine is the shitter.
I'm going to be a hippie here. Take 1 minute, a couple times a week, find a positive what a business owner or a leader or a manager is doing.
Amen.
And just show them a little love, man. Just let them know, hey, man, we're all on this entrepreneurial journey. Quit trying to offer advice and just start offering some positive recognition about what's happening now. There's plenty of advice out there from the peanut gallery. There's plenty of ways that things can be done better. It's a lot of noise, but the commodity, the rare commodity, is finding the good in operations and letting people know.
What's the most money you've ever wasted trying to look successful? Welcome to the Founderz Lounge, where business meets bullshit and everything in between. Welcome back, guys. Founderz Roundup. Burger King. We've been on this.
We're on a burger kick.
Well, burgers and AI. We've talked about it a lot. Burger King introduces Patty. It's an AI assistant designed to help employees with real support live while they're working.
I'm laughing because they call it Patty. I think it's funny, man.
I thought it was kind of creative. But
Yeah.
So here's why I brought this up. There's other people doing this. Like Starbucks has Green Dot Assist. McDonald's has Boost.
Oh.
And what it is it's a AI assistant in the employees' headphones, like the little headgear that they wear. And it monitors their customer service and how they're actually working in real time.
This is getting scary. This is that hybrid conspiracy theory of mixing man and machine.
It is. So I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I have hourly employees that work in our restaurants. Thank God. They're really good. And customer service for us isn't really an issue. I see it in other places that I go where it's absolutely atrocious, but I don't know if I could ever do that to my team. Put what is that? What do they call that? Big brother in their ear.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. I mean, the thing that's scary about it is it's a short-term win, I guess, because you're just direct management.
It's step one to just eliminating humans in the customer service field.
It's step one, and it's also eliminating intelligence and critical thinking. And I know we're already faced with that, but if you can't get in a real-time job request right, I don't know. Yeah, man, we're going so fast down that path. Patty's a bitch. I tell you that right now. Patty wants your job.
She's coming for it. I wonder what ours would be clean
Yeah, what would you call it?
Pump to cardio.
Pump the cardio. Man, you could probably go in a lot of places. I wouldn't do it.
No. Hell no.
Well, I was reading an article in Business Insiders, and we talk a lot about AI. We are, that's we're all surrounded by it. And we talked about this before, that zero-click search where people are using, they're not, going to websites as much. They're using Google's AI function, the overview, or they're using ChatGPT, whatever, to find the answer they need. So they don't need to click through a website. There's this company, let me make sure I get their name right here, that just did a study. I'll get the name here in a minute. And they were researching two of the more popular AI generators, Google's overview and then OpenAI's ChatGPT. And what they found was, I'll make sure I get this right, that in the race for what they call generative engine optimization or answer engine optimization, where businesses are trying to show up in those AI agents, they found the company BrightEdge in their study that one of them is nicer to businesses than the other. One of them has a sentiment bias, they feel, based on what they found in this research. So I'm just going to read through these bullets because they get a little technical. The majority of the AI brand mentioned observed were either positive or neutral between ChatGPT and Google Overview. And what they found was that 2.3% of the brands mentioned on Google skewed more negative than ChatGPT.
So it's monitoring Google reviews?
Yes. That's part of the algorithm for Google, is going into reviews. A negative review is affecting it. So when I typed in bonsai, what is bonsai marketing? Google's tends to go towards the reviews, the customer sentiment, as where ChatGPT's tends to go with the overall and is pulling from the website and all this stuff. So it's I don't know if did I explain that right? Because I was like, I understood it, but I was kind of like,
here's my take on this. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about this because I don't. Like, it's not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, this is all from an article, man.
Our marketing team, they have been talking about this for a while, about trying to switch us from SEO to this kind of stuff. But again, not an expert. But here's why I do like it. Because for so long, Google SEO, as you guys know, you're right. That is your wheelhouse. It was a pay-to-play game. So like the little guys down here literally cannot compete with people spending millions of dollars a year on Google SEO and things like that. Whereas I feel like this is kind of evening the playing field. As long as your content is good and your reviews are good, it's kind of leveling that out. I don't know if there's like a way to slide that scale. If I spend more money in certain areas, is the AI going to bring me up higher? Kind of the same thing.
Are they going to monetize? Yeah. I mean, two things just as a disclaimer. Google had a rep come out and say this report by Bright Edge where it said Google skewed more negative in its answers than ChatGPT. They said that it was the study skewed. They're like, listen, our algorithm, it does pull in reviews, and if there's a negative review, it's because of poor customer or whatever. It's designed to give the whole picture, basically. So that's the disclaimer. I agree with you 100%. And the ability to manipulate that, zero-click search function has opened up it's almost like SEO again. It's like the Wild West again. That's what we say at the agency. Is kind of like, man, like we actually have a surviving chance with some of these lower budget brands.
But is there a payment piece to it? That's what
I think it's coming. I think it's coming.
Can companies spend more in that direction to get themselves an edge over somebody else?
I think they're going to monetize it. Remember in the old search engine optimization days, there was was it black hat or white glove, whatever the hell it was called. There's always, but it was like, there are the right ways to do it and the wrong ways. But in the very beginning, everyone was doing the wrong way. You would do these hidden pages with all the words that were searched for. And though the person couldn't see it, it would still register in the algorithm. And then it's got smarter. And then it became the pay-per-click ads. It became search engine marketing, not search engine optimization. And I think there's going to be we're in this weird window where it's like with anything AI, have fun now because it's going to close and they're going to monetize it so those with money can get back up top.
Wild.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we do talk a lot about it on here, but I don't know how you don't, Don, in the business world, how you don't talk about artificial intelligence.
Well, I'm going to keep the conversation going in random bullshit because that's my number one thing here. I found this article. It was companies laying off workers due to AI restructuring. Large companies like Amazon, HP, across all industry and across all industries are laying these people off. And then they're later trying to rehire them after the automation failed. Example, Swedish fintech Klarna laid off 700 people to replace work with AI, then later admitted the move hurt service quality and began rehiring humans. Like, I couldn't even imagine making that phone call. Lay off your entire office or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you guys come back?
I was on a call with a brand that we work with, and there's a smart ass in it, and he's fine. He's a friend, actually, but they were automating certain things, and they're like, Steve, it sounds like you just got AI'd. And it's that mindset. The quick hit is, dude, we can just have this thing automated and not worry about dealing with all the stuff that comes with using this. But it's when that stuff breaks. I think we're moving away. It's like, I'm not going to get political, but it's like parts of the Doge. It's like, hey, let's bring them back. Certain things are there for a reason. Before you just go all in on it with AI, like, I can't imagine. You go back with your tail between your legs, and good luck getting them back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like people are sitting around when you let them go. It's not like they have the luxury to sit around and wait for you to call them back for the booty call of business ownership. It's like they go and look for jobs, man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I think you're going to see a lot more of that, though, right? Like,
yeah, I don't think it's going away.
Yeah. All right, let's lighten things up a little bit. Random bullshit on this side is about food. Again, we got some themes going here. You're talking about the Taco Bell wedding chapel. right? It was Taco
Oh,
Bell a couple episodes ago. Well, now they're brilliant. I mean, their marketing is brilliant. I love Taco Bell. I loved it when I was a kid, and probably a little too much, and I love it now. They've really amped it up, but they've collaborated, and I don't know if you've heard of this group, Milk Bar, but they were like a bakery out of New York.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Dude, get their ice cream. You can get it at local stores here. Their ice cream's phenomenal. But Taco Bell and Milk Bar have collaborated, and they've created a birthday cake empanada.
I've seen it. I've seen ads with it.
Dude,
it looks weird.
Is it available in this market?
I don't know, but it looks like the purple sweet potatoes?
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it
looks like a wedged purple sweet potato.
Well, the thing
cake.
with Milk, the bakery, they're known for their birthday cake, and they have like this birthday cake ice cream. I hope our market gets it because it's only available in certain markets. It's a part of, I guess, Taco Bell's doing a whole 2026 menu innovation where they're going to do these limited times that are, kind of mashups. But just to describe it, it is an empanada made of birthday cake batter with cake filling inside of it, and then pink frosting and rainbow sprinkles.
It sounds delicious.
When I was looking at I saw the picture and I was like, can you imagine like going and getting married and that being like at the Taco Bell chapel, that being your wedding cake, and
I mean, Yvonne and I had a Krispy Kreme cake.
And you getting the divorce like within a week after because your bride's pissed off. Did you guys have Krispy Kreme cake?
Yeah, we had a Krispy Kreme tower.
That's pretty awesome.
So we got married on the beach. Our entire wedding cost $5,000.
That's great.
We got married at Oceanic. We had a brunch upstairs at Oceanic. And it was more like a gluttony thing. We had a Christmas tree wedding cake, or a Krispy Kreme tree cake. We had a dessert bar with Oreos, Pop-Tarts.
Founders of Clean Eats, folks.
Yeah. It was basically because we had just gotten done competing and doing all of that. So we wanted everything that we never ate for
That's awesome.
years. We did have an omelet bar. I think there was French fries. It was just gluttony.
Yeah, because your wedding pictures, I've seen the one of you guys on the beach. You're like, I mean, you guys are thin.
And then we left
tight.
there and we rented out the Dirty Martini when it was still open.
That place is great. It was a weird.
Yeah, it was a weird.
It was a weird vibe after
weird
9
vibe.
o'clock, man. Cougar Town, but
yeah, it was great.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, ours, we just did a traditional cake, and then we did like, the romantic book, freeze it, and then I think like 3 years after, I got drunk one night and rummaged through our freezer and ended up eating the cake.
Ate it all fucked up.
I did, man. I ate it frozen too. It was delicious as far as I can remember. I woke up with crumbs on me.
All right, Founderz Hot Take, man, you're up.
All right, so yeah, we do follow themes here to a degree. I mean, we talk a lot about LinkedIn and all that stuff. So I was on this week, and you've talked about this before. It's like, man, everyone's an expert. Everyone's a guru. And it's not just on social. It's in network circles. It's at conferences. It's just everyone is the greatest chance for your success is how I think in their mind. So I started thinking about how's that make everyone feel as business owners. Everyone's striving to be the best and tell you how to do things, and I feel like we live in an era of kind of unsolicited professional feedback, right? Like
Absolutely.
You have a great story without getting too deep into it is where you've unfortunately had to let people go, and on their way out, they've given you feedback on how to run.
Yeah.
I do too, everyone, but it's very loud right now, and it probably always has been, but maybe I'm noticing it more because I'm spending more time at networking events and on social and all that stuff. But these self-help pitches from entrepreneurial gurus on social, or sometimes it's in online reviews from a customer telling you, how to do it, or it's an interesting conversation, networking level. There's a lot of unrequested insight. And one of the things that generally starts off with is one of two things. It's, have you ever thought of doing it, fill in the rest. If you did it like this, fill in the rest. It's time to stop that, guys. It's time. Yeah. The reality is, as a collective business community, I think it's easier to give insight than it is just to tell someone they're doing a good job in the moment. So I'm going to be a hippie here, and I know you're going to bust my balls, but I am trying to do this myself as well. And I think as a business community, take 1 minute a couple times a week, find a positive in what a business owner or a leader or a manager is doing.
Amen.
And just show them a little love, man. Just let them know, hey, man, we're all on this entrepreneurial journey. Quit trying to offer advice and just start offering some positive recognition about what's happening now. I know it's flowery, but I just think we're all in the same boat. We're at a tipping point where there's plenty of advice out there from the peanut gallery. There's plenty of ways that things can be done better. It's a lot of noise, but it's also, it's pretty damn cheap. The commodity, the rare commodity, is finding the good in operations and letting people know about it. So that's my rant, my soapbox.
I don't really know where to go with that one because I could go 8 different directions at 100 miles an hour.
When I was writing it, I'm thinking about it. I wanted to cue you up.
I get shit for it all the time. I get, he's an asshole, whatever. I can deal with that. But I deal with it with employees. We have franchisees that do that to us all the time. It's nuts. And then don't even get me started on LinkedIn. I've done that before, but it's a major pet peeve of mine. I can deal with it on customers. Like if a customer's giving feedback,
I threw that, yeah,
give or take.
Right. And I threw that in there because it was the collective. Customer is the first one that should be heard.
Mine probably right now, if I had to give you a counter hot take, and I don't know why, I've just started to realize it and it started to bug me. And it's a little hypocritical, and I'll explain why. Reach out to my assistant.
Oh.
You ever got that?
All the time.
Reach out to my assistant and schedule a meeting.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker. You reach out to your assistant and schedule a meeting. It's your assistant, not mine.
Or especially when they have reached out to you first. Hey, you want to meet? Great. Well, let my assistant know. Here's my dates available in Calendly.
Here's why I'm going to be hypocritical. So I have a wonderful girl that works for us. She's an assistant from Univon. She does a great job. And I have let her take over managing my calendar. That was a big move for me.
Yeah, I always have to.
I'm very hands-on. And then she's also done shit for the show, right? Like reaching out, scheduling people.
Right.
And I've always told her, like, hey, if it's somebody that I know and I have a relationship with, you'll never be the first point of contact. I will always reach out to them myself, set it up, even for meetings. If it's somebody that I know, where I do use her, this is the hypocritical part. If it's somebody cold messaging me or cold calling me, I will push them to her just to kind of weed the noise out and kind of make it a little easier on myself so I don't have to deal with riffraff.
That's why you keep sending me to her, man.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
But anybody that I know personally and I have a working relationship with, I will never say, hey, reach out to Liesl and set up an appointment.
Yeah, I mean,
I just won't do it.
Well, your character is not just yours, but in general, our character is our business, man. And you start removing the ability to see your character, I don't want to do work with you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it depends on how it's applied, the assistant thing. But I don't mind it in certain cases. I totally understand it.
All right, let's get into Fast Five. You were right last episode, man. These are tough.
It's getting...
We may have to just change this segment to something else.
Oh, yeah, I think I got some ideas I want to run by you.
But these are new, somewhat. Maybe we've asked them in a different context, but number one, what's the one business trend right now that you secretly think is bullshit? I
feel like a broken record. I'm a really positive, upbeat person, but hey, we're guilty of it too. We just said, dude, we're doing the same. But I'm seeing a lot of the same setups on people pitching themselves. And yeah, go to LinkedIn and go, but what's getting annoying is these they seem fake. Maybe they aren't, but there's a lot of people that are having really deep discussions with their kids these days. And it's usually a setup of, my kid asked me the other day, why do people quit before they ever even try? And then you get an 800-word post with this beautiful Phyllis. And I told him, I just don't, my kids don't ask shit like that. It's 6 a.m. And usually it's like at breakfast the other day, my son asked me, my daughter asked me. My kids don't want to look at me at 6 a.m., let alone start solving the world's problems over a bowl of Lucky Charms. So I think it's what seemingly feels manufactured, this whole, my kid asked me. I'm seeing a lot of it. It's a kid, my nephew. Just tell the world what you think. You don't need to make it like you're this philosophical guru that's sitting down with your child. Come here and let me teach you the way. It just feels weird, man. It feels cringy.
You know what the answer to all of this is? We've bitched about all this shit on LinkedIn.
Yeah, get rid of social media.
But it's that we're in an era of building a personal brand, right? People are starting these consulting businesses. They're starting all of this. Great. But that's where all this is coming from. They're trying to position themselves as an expert in whatever field they're going in. And that's why all this is happening. That's why
it is happening. But okay, fine. But we're getting our cues, our prompts. When I say we, I mean we collectively as people that are owners of business, right? Whatever, from each other, which each other now it's like an echo chamber. Now all the shit is the same, man. I had another one, unpopular opinion. I'm guilty of unpopular opinion, but it's like, and then it's followed up with something that just about 99% of people agree with.
The answer I come up to this question, or the answer I had for this question, it's not really a trend. It's RTDs. It's a segment.
Yeah.
That is getting so oversaturated and so overdone. Like everybody and their brother is coming out with an RTD now. And I'm like, woof.
Don't make fun of me. I had to look up
look
before
up
when you've talked about RTDs before the acronym. But you're right. I get it now. They are. It's true. I'm not in the industry.
All right, if you had to trade businesses with a famous founder for a day, who would it be, and what would you break first?
I mean,
I like that part of it. What would you break?
Some of these are cold, guys. Some of these are warm. I had to think about this one because we were talking about the episode this week. I didn't know that Disney was getting a new CEO this month. It'll be, when this airs, it'll have already happened. Dana Walden. I've always wanted to get inside Disney, Walt Disney Corporation. Everyone does. Come on, customer service, efficiency, all that stuff. But the first thing I'd break, and I don't know if I interpreted this right, but the first thing I'd break is those rides, man. Those parks would become ridiculously chaotic because I would have stuff more for adults. Inappropriate mouse themes, rides that
would be fun.
You got a small percentage of really having a heart attack on. I don't know if it would land with markets, but
I'd give kids little boxing gloves and let them punch the animals.
Right. No, I mean, I would just, I don't know, like daycare centers is what I'd put in. I'm dead serious. There's plenty of adults that go to Disney. I'm not one of them, but.
Can you imagine taking a 5-year-old to Disney and go, hey, in a pin?
Yeah. Yeah. It's an amusement park for asshole parents. That's what it will become under Steve Bond's watch.
Mine would be Elon Musk.
Wow.
And I'd probably break everything because I'm not as intelligent as he is, but I know nothing about electric cars or SpaceNet or was it Starlink?
What would you do with that power, man?
Man, I don't know.
You can launch stuff into outer space. What would you launch? I mean, he did a car.
I would spy on a lot of people.
That's your first thing?
I would spy on a lot of people.
You have access to the universe. I would spy on. That's awesome, man.
All right. What's the most money you've ever wasted trying to look successful?
I'll where do I start? There was a time, and I was very close, and I didn't do it, but I wanted really badly a pocket watch. It was more of a homage to my grandfather, but I wanted to buy a fancy watch. But if you said no, but would you? I bought a bottle of something. I wanted to say it was Booker's, but I was trying to impress a group of friends, and I bought a bottle at how they upcharge by 500%. And it was just gasoline.
You bought it at a restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, woof.
It was my brother-in-law and I and a couple other people. And it was just like gasoline. And it was, for me, it was a lot of money. It was several $100s later. That's probably really shitty bourbon, quite frankly. But I thought I was a real high roller.
You were rolling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine's probably along the same line, fancy dinners. Early on.
What's a fancy dinner in your mind, though? Because it's all relative.
I'm trying to think of the most expensive dinner that I've ever paid for. And the only one, there might be one that I'm forgetting, but we went to Manhattan we took the girls to Manhattan for Christmas one year. There was a group of friends that went with us and we went to Bobby Van's.
Oh man. Yeah.
And that tab for me and the girls, just me and Yvonne and the girls, was like $600.
That's, yeah.
And this was
because they were probably young, right?
Probably late 17, 18.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, shit, now that's still a lot of money on a dinner. But even then, back then, that was like, I got that check and I'm like, holy shit. We just spent $600 on dinner.
We're going to be.
But still, to this day, it's still the best steak I've ever eaten in my life.
There's a memory, man. That's that whole experiential. People buy the experience, not the product.
Yeah. What's the weirdest place you've ever taken a business call?
I mean, I take a lot of calls in the backyard, usually.
With the pooper scooper?
Yeah. Yeah, there's stranger places, but consistently, I'm scooping up, and I'm happy to tell the person I'm talking to. Usually, the businesses were friends anyway, but because they can hear me winded and trying to balance my phone while I'm.
We might be related because mine is the shitter.
Yeah,
sitting in the toilet.
Well,
I've been on conversations where I've had to do my thing, and then unmute.
I can't talk that takes talent, man. I need privacy in that moment.
I talk to my wife.
Have you ever
all the time
talked to me
taking
while
shit.
you're on? I mean, it doesn't. If it was you and I wouldn't care. But like if you're like on with an investor or something, or like a franchisee stakeholder.
Man, I'm 47 years old and I still take pictures of my pants around my ankles and send it to my buddies. Anyway, what's the most ridiculous thing someone has pitched you as the next big thing?
I could be misinterpreting this one, but we get people pitching us from a marketing agency side of like, if you just help me, I promise you this thing's going to take off. Usually that means I don't have enough money to actually pay you for the work I want you to do. It was a full body bike. I don't know what the hell. This dude came in. It was like on a Friday. It was 5:15. And you know me, if I'm here at 5:15 on a Friday, that's a rarity anyway. I'm being honest. But we were at the office and Sarah and I were like, we got to close up and go pick up the kids. They were a little younger. And this guy came in all sweaty off the street. An older gentleman, had a NASA hat on. I was dumb enough to think he actually worked for NASA because he introduced himself as an engineer or something. And then he's like, I've got this prototype, and he had part of it with him. It's a full body bike. You can get a full workout, and these things are going to be the revolution.
Was it like you just do this?
Yeah, you're riding down the road like a jackass, like with shake weights, you know, trying to, like, I can't even barely ride a bike now without all the action. But he gave like 2 of them or sold 2 of them because that's his first thing. I asked, well, how many of these have you sold? He's like, I got 2. I gave one to my brother-in-law and one to my neighbor. They love it. And they was like, probably had bicycle accidents later on. But yeah, it was just but he really was, he was really trying to convince me that it was going to revolutionize exercise and the bicycling world. I haven't seen one on the road since or ever.
Yvonne and I one time, this was before we even moved to North Carolina, I don't even know what the hell we were thinking. We spent like maybe $400 on this thing, which for us at the time was a lot of money. But it was an elliptical bike. A real bicycle with handlebars, but
those are great.
The feet it was terrible.
Wait, it was a real bike? It wasn't a stationary elliptical?
No. Real bicycle.
You might have been the second cell this guy had because his thing was very similar. I was like, it's like I don't even want to get into what it looks like, but it's like you're shake weighting it while you're driving, right? How would you?
Yeah, we bought it because we were still, obviously, we had just started competing at the time. We're like, that was when it was just her and I running restaurants. Like I was cooking or I was on the counter or something. And we would try to sneak cardio sessions in the middle of the day. We couldn't then, like, we had to drive to the gym and do it, or, it was a big deal. So we had an old pipe stepper in our kitchen, and we would just take turns. Sweaty, didn't matter. Like, if people saw what we were looking like cooking their food, they probably never ate there. Health department.
Yeah.
We had it hidden when they came. But she saw this thing. I can't even remember where she saw it and bought it from. But it was an elliptical bike. The pedals were big skis. You stood on them like an elliptical. Looked just like it. And that's how you pedaled the bike, was like this.
You guys were, I don't need to say, you guys were living a whole different life than I've ever lived, just training. But I don't think I've ever even seen an elliptical bike. I've seen stationary elliptical.
I got a picture of it on my phone. I'll show you.
I'm serious. It sounds a lot like this full body bike. And I've laughed my ass off if you were his neighbor.
It's not that. This was like,
sorry,
it looked like BMX
Don Varady on the full body. No. I love it, man.
Mine would probably be, I think I mentioned this last episode, was online coaching apps or any kind of app, period.
Right.
Anybody tries to come with me, hey, man, I got this idea for an app. I'm immediately checked out. I'll listen to them, but it's going in one ear, out the other.
Yeah, totally. And they're everywhere. I'm just going to leave it right there. Sorry, we'll just leave it right there. We've bitched about it enough.
All right, we'll close it out there.
All right, brother.
All right, guys, if you laughed, learned, left angry, we did our job. Till next time.